The discussant for this sitting is Zamfara State University, Lata Mapara. Chairman of the sitting, Gosau Health Technology. Gosau Health Technology. Gosau Health Technology. I see they are around.
By name Aisha Jendo, a student from Umilkem College of Nursing Sciences, Gusau. I plan before to be the chairleader of the presentation. So I proceed. I would like to greet our judges in presence of Dr. Abdullahi Haruna and Brother Anas Alhami Surawat. Thank you all. And our speaker is, before I proceed, I would like to get the biography of our speaker in persons of Babangida Umar, who was born in 18th September 1992. He had his primary school in Community Primary School, Aura, 2005. He then moved to Aura where he attended his junior secondary school in Atlas Comprehensive College. He then moved back to Aura and has a secondary school in Aura in 2011. And he obtained his diploma in computer at Kaduna Community Resources Center 2011-2012. And then he joined business of Buria the Change from 2013 to 18 in Lagos. And he currently studies in FUG with the program of BSc Education Chemistry. Final year students. Our topic for discussion is challenges and review, reinventing quality education in our campuses. So our discussant here is Babangida Ahmad. Thank you all.
والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الجزاء وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. All praise and thanks is due to Allah, who created man in a good shape. May peace and blessing of Allah be open to our beloved leader, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household, his companion, and those that follow his teaching to the day of resurrection. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh once again. Before I proceed, I would like to acknowledge the members of High Chief. My greetings, my appreciation to the Amir MSSN area unit in person of Malam Ahmad Inagi, Hafizahullah, the secretary to MSSN Malam Ashafa Garba, and our guest brother Mustafa Sulaiman from the National Assembly Abuja, and also our respective judges in person of Honorable Anas Hamisu Gamjin Gusau, Jarumin Gusau, I'm sorry, Jarumin Gusau here present. Jarumin Gusau here present with and also Dr. Abdullahi Haruna here present, all protocols here present, and my respective colleagues, brothers and sisters in Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to you once again. I by name Babangida Umar from Federal University Gusau stand here before you to present my presentation based on the topic given to me, challenges of reinventing quality education in our campuses. As you can see from the projector, the research will be categorized into the following chapters: the introduction, the conceptual meaning of education under Islamic, under modern world, the conceptual meaning of education under Islamic perspective, the challenges associated with quality of education, conclusion, recommendation, and last but not the least, reference. The Nigerian university system, the Nigerian university education system for many years seems to have infected with Majlis movement without motion, quality without development, and quantity without quality, and quality without quantity. The question here is how we can manage or even adjust the problem's aims, to reinvent quality education in our campuses. Before I proceed, I would like to say a word about the key terms, which is challenges, reinventing quality education and campus. Challenges means something new or difficult, which requires a great effort or determination. And reinvent means to change something to seem different or new. And quality is the degree which an object satisfies a specific set of attitudes or requirements. And also education, as I said, I will look at education under the conceptual perception, meaning that under the mental concept. According to Socrates defined education as the bringing out of ideas from the universal validity, which is patient to the mind of every man. And also according to Plato defined education as a capacity which enables an individual to feel joy or to feel pain at a right moment. This statement means, as what one of the scientists, Martin Ruda Genio, says, the function of education is to teach an individual so that he should have what? Intensive or critical thinking, intelligence, and also character, which is the goal of education. Furthermore, looking at the definition of education or Islamic meaning of education, according to Imam Ghazali, he defined education as what enables an individual to distinguish or to differentiate between what is good or bad. Meaning that it's education that will make someone to be higher different from animals. Meaning that to make someone to think rational, to differentiate between good and bad, to know what he should do and what he should not do. And also according to Hadith at-Tirmidhi, he defined education that it's a process of someone to have knowledge, to acquire knowledge, and teaches that knowledge, to have knowledge, and teaches that knowledge to others. This means that education changes the heart or changes the whole human being. It's education that makes human being to behave as he is and make him different from all kind that is not human being. And furthermore, due to time, I would like to go deep into the main key point, which are the challenges. The challenges of reinventing quality education. First of all, we have poor founding. According to Family 2002, Family used the provision of national he quoted what Family quoted the provision of national policy on education to explain the level of poor founding in Nigeria. According to Family, he says the poor founding of education or to education in Nigeria the poor foundings of education or to education in Nigeria, it has its relationship with the, or I can directly say from the budget. Always if you look at the budget of the country, a country like Nigeria that has more than 250 population, but instead of the budget in terms of education should always be high. But in most cases, the budget in terms of education is always at the middle or at the lower level. And considering the way people behave, all the challenges, all the crisis, the calamity, disaster happening in the society, we can all see it happens due to lack of knowledge. Assuming those we call terrorists, assuming the government can find money for them to study, they will not behave as they are behaving today. And also another challenge is of reinventing education or quality education in Nigeria is poor student performance. The poor student performance has its association, or it is associated with the poor performance from the, more especially from the public schools. Because looking at the results of 2023 examination council, which is NECO, looking at this result, you can see from the results that more than 61% out of it, 61% got 5 credits, and that 61% are from the private school, and 37% got 5 credits, which are there from the public schools. So the poor performance, if someone has poor performance from his secondary school, to be frank, he will also have what? He will also have poor performance in his tertiary institution, due to that poor performance or lack of background he has. And another challenge is lack of conducive atmosphere for learning and motivation center. Most of the infrastructures in our public schools are of conditions. Looking at the buildings, lack of chairs, lack of desks, lack of infrastructure in some rural areas. As in the case may be, lack of adequate, well-trained teachers, and also lack of ICT facilities. In some places we can say lack of ICT facilities or lack of ICT. Because in some cases, there are some schools that they will have ICT, but they will just be bearing the name ICT, but with empty facilities inside. In most cases, even if the government or some bodies, even if they volunteer to what? To send facilities, ICT facilities to those particular schools. In some cases, the teachers, I'm sorry to say, they will use it for their own purpose instead of them to use it and train their children. Let me say their children instead of them, because their students are also their children. Instead of them to use it and teach and guide or to build the structure of their children, they will use it for their own purpose. That's why nowadays, as we all know, that the world is becoming in our hand. Meaning that you can, even through this phone we are using, you can use the phone here to browse, to see someone in America, to see someone doing in London, to see someone doing in Abuja, to see so many things. You can browse as many as you can. That's why the world is becoming in our hand today. Meaning that it is compulsory for us, we the Nigerian students, we should what? We should be guided, or we should be taught in the higher institutions. You can find some studying computer, as the case may be, but some they don't even know how to operate computer. Some they are computer engineering, but by name. But for them to operate computer or to tackle computer, they will find it difficult. Some they will even feel shy because they don't have that skill. Assuming they have the skill since from their primary school level up to their secondary school level, up to their tertiary institution level, they will become an expert. They will not feel scared or shame. They will be ready every time. They will be ready what? To be using this computer. And another challenge, we have the cultural challenge. The cultural challenge, under it we have female education. According to tradition or according to culture of Hausa people or Hausa land, most of the Hausa people, they don't believe that a female child to go deep into Western education, because they just believe that male should go deep into what? Into Western education. They don't believe that male child to go deep into education. That's why if you see our system today, there is a few significant of female studying Western education, considering the higher population we have. I think even here in Zamfara, if we can take statistics, the female, I can say they are times 3 than the male in terms of population. But look at our people, look at the houses, sisters going to school, that is going to tertiary institution, their population is what? It's very few, it's very significant. So this is also a great challenge. And another challenge is under economic challenge, we also have high level of poverty. The high level of poverty is another challenge. Is another challenge. Lack of employment, no job in the society, and kidnapping, and also banditry. To face more challenges in terms of poverty. Because look at the way people are given a huge amount of money in the name of ransom. In the name of ransom. And same time, no job, no employment. Even the government in most cases, they do say that no job, no job, no job, that you should go and look for something. You should, if you like, go for entrepreneur. If you like, do whatever to survive. So lack of or high level of poverty, as you can see in our secondary school level, most of our students in secondary school level, more especially that of public school, some, when it comes to writing WAEC or NECO, they will just stop studying from there. So their studying become an end because of the 5,000 naira which the school management says they should give for NECO or WAEC registration. This is a challenge, big challenge. And sometimes, and together with the poor student performance or poor performance of the system, you find it at the end of the day, even if they write the exam, at the end of the day, the unfortunate, the lucky one amongst them, they will end up having 5, 3, or 4 credits, as the case may be. So with this, even if they come to higher institution, one, they will not take it serious, and two, the level of poverty can even, as it's happening now, the mass increase of school fees, more especially in the universities. Many of our students says bye to education again. I know one man that he told his son that, oh my son, please go back to farm, because I don't have money to farm again. I don't have money. And due to what another challenge is local entrepreneurship, which is Talla. Local entrepreneurship, Talla, has played a vital role in terms of going back or stopping or bringing challenge to reinvent quality education. And Talla is somehow related with the higher level of poverty. Because if someone is not in a poverty stage, I don't think he or she will involve his daughter or his son into Talla. And believe me, some is with that Talla that they used to pay their PTA. And Talla is the main source that spoils our children. And they make our children or they make students to dissociate themselves from education at all. And another challenge, we have the political challenge, which is the security. The political challenge, which is the security, the current security situation, more especially the adoption of students from various universities. As you can see, even here in FUG, our female students were adopted, we are kidnapped. Same at Dutse Katsina, same at Nasarawa, same at Yobe, same thing at Borno. The Chibok girls, more than 10 years, they are nowhere to be found again. This is the biggest or the big challenges of reinventing quality education in our campuses. Because the security issues. Even though there are some indigenous Zamfara here, studying in FUG. I know most of them, they collected their transfer script. They says, no, Gaskia, among two, we must choose one. We either go back, continue doing Talla and other things at home, or we should move to another institution because of the security challenge, the insecurity challenge in the society or in the campus. Look at Chibok girls. More than 10 years now, they are nowhere to be found again. So there are so many challenges among. We have lack of outdated curriculum. In most cases, we use old version curriculum. Instead of us to use the current version of the curriculum, we continue using the oldest, maybe the one our forefathers used before. The one since, the one that been left from the colonial masters. And even our own thinking today and their own thinking, is it different, please? If I may ask you. Their own thinking then and our own thinking, is it same? No. So meaning that our curriculum need to be reformed, need to be reviewed again. And also we have lack of researchers or poor research. Poor researchers. In most cases, if you tell your student to research, or we the student, we see how we suffer a lot if we are carrying out research. Some they are even afraid to have the way to research. Research, where should I research? Oh, please, my brother, help me, just do it. I will just give you whatever you need, I will give you. Just go and do it. Just handle it. I will support. Okay, if it's to support, I will support. That's why we have poor researchers. And also, we have lack of availability of network. Lack of availability of network. Even in the ICT, school ICT, if not, I will have said something about this institution we are in. I don't think if you move to the ICT of this school, the network will be available by now. Maybe you said no, you are from this campus, you see, but I don't think, I say I don't because I don't have the certainty. I cannot just directly tell you that I don't, because I don't have the certainty since I'm not living here. It's my first time, I can say. It's my first time to be into this place. So if you move to FCET, ICT now, I don't think you will have access to network. It's working. Oh my brother, you are trying to, okay, it's working. But maybe it's working maybe 2 hours or 3 hours a day. But as a student, we're supposed to have at least 24-hour working network. So that whenever you want to browse, you are given assignment or you are given notes, you find some keywords there. You just move there and just, press it and Google it. You see it, you write it down, you cram it, you do your whatever you want. And another challenge, the students don't utilize their time very well. It's another challenge. The students don't utilize their time very well. Because even if they have access to the network, they'll go there, be doing chatting, WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever. They will just exhaust their time and the network. And due to time, due to time, we have conclusion that the stakeholders in the education sector, they should collaborate with what? They should collaborate with opinion leaders as well as the government, so that they should join together and consider this challenge and find a way of how they can reform this challenge. Because this challenge can be reformed in easier way. So if they should join hands together. And also due to time, we have recommendations. The government is supposed to have some bodies that will give an orientation to people. They will orient people about education, all the challenges of reinventing quality education in our campuses. And also, the government is supposed to do something, some measures about local entrepreneurship, which is Tala. Because as I made mention, Tala is the source or is the key point that make students to dissociate from school. Because whenever someone, even we the men, talk less of the women, you know that if you put 5 naira, it will become 10 naira. I don't think you will be staying in the campus, suffering from mosquito and other things there. I don't think you do it. So, due to time, I'm stopping here. I pray may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to be with us and protect us wherever we found ourselves. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
The member of the highest Zamfara State Area Unit State Working Committee, and then our invited guests, my fellow students, both brothers and sisters. I am greeting you with the best greet in Islam and also best greet on the earth, that is Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, as I have said earlier, my brother, a person of Babangida Umar from Federal University Gusau, who's ranked as the Amir of the MSSN for their particular branch. Alhamdulillah, he did his presentation as well needed. I want to, but I realized that the cooperation of all of our colleagues, especially from ladies, they are not concentrating back. Some they even used to languish in their heads that they are feeling hungry or they do not take their breakfast as well. I would like to firstly introduce myself, my topic, my institution, as supposed to do it. I am Babangida Ahmad by name. My institution is Zamfara State University, Talata Mafara, and I am the pioneer Amir of that very institution of Muslim Law Society of Nigeria. My own topic here to discuss is nothing but a challenge of reinventing of our quality education in the campus. As we all know that the challenges, it is what? Uncountable. It is uncountable for reinventing our quality education. But before I proceed into the narrating the challenges for us, I would like to take the word by word explanation, especially this word of reinventing. We may be able to know it well, and we may be able to know it more. In addition, challenge, we all know what means challenge, then of reinventing. What reinventing means is to what? Is to reinvest or to bring back. That is what it's all about, reinventing of our quality education in the campus. As we all know that, I have said earlier, the challenges is not, it's an uncountable challenge we have. Though my colleague that he just did the presentation, he did it a lot, but still I will add, and I will still go into his own for the briefness, for the summarization of the topic. If I can remember, the just topic that has started is learning is an inevitable, and they have said many things about that. They have remembered me about one hadith, which is hadith al-Qudusi. The Almighty God are saying, "Ta'arifuni qabla an ta'buduni, fa in lam ta'arifuni fa kayfa ta'buduni." Meaning that you have to know me before worshiping me. You have to know me before worshiping me. Fa in lam ta'arifuni, if you don't know me, فَكَيْفَ تَعْبُدُونَ? How will you worship me? You don't know me at all. Therefore, how will you worship me? That's why some of our past people have said, anything that you are doing, if you don't know the actual purpose of doing that thing, you will not get reward on that. My colleagues say something in terms of our grandfathers and fathers about how they did their own education. There are many challenges that we students of this era are facing, but those they are not facing all those kinds of challenges. The one thing that maybe it will even take the half of my time for this evening, he talked about poverty. This era, we are facing what? Poverty. That is expensive life. What? Expensive life. The source of incomes, it is very meaningful. It is very minor for us. We can take example with government workers, that is civil servants. Up to now in Zamfara State, there is a civil servant who collects 7,000 a month. 7,000 naira, which it is no lie for every one of us. Even in this Gusau town, only you may be able to finish 7,000 naira within just your breakfast and lunch. 7,000 naira, you can just finish this. More than your adequate food, less than your adequate food to take a day. But how will you manage them to take you for the complete month? 7,000 naira a month. Therefore, this is a challenge that we are facing. If I can remember, since when I was young, I know some primary teachers and some local government workers, they used to collect this money as salary. Since that money, they can be enough for them to buy what? 2 sacks of maize or millet. Up to now, they are just 7,000 naira they are receiving. How was the sack of maize for now? It may...
It's very highly commendable. I heard you many a times pronouncing pounding. And when I saw it there, I said funding from fund. Yes. So you talk also in some of the issues about female education. Your literature review was left behind because there are a lot of progress in terms of female education. We have gone far. That's why we say we always resort to recency of the literature. Look at current what is happening. So you can't capitalize and say all, but some when you are talking of the problem. Some people, also parents, are not taking good care of female education, no matter what it is. Then I observed one citation that you made there. I think you talk about Plato where you quoted them. So after that, from the beginning, you put year in bracket. That year should be the end of the statement, not from the beginning. If you put from the beginning, then there should be named. That's supposed to be at the end. You can put from the beginning if you put the name of the person from the beginning. But rather the statement you made is supposed to be at the end. So thank you very much.
I have a number of observations, but because of time I'll just specifically mention one, because that one is very, very important for all of us. The discussant mentioned popular saying, تعرفوني قبل أن تعبدوني فإن لم تعرفوني فكيف تعبدون. And he said it was a hadith al-Qudsi. It is popularly known like that, but it is not a hadith. One of the Muslim scholars is saying, لا نعلم له أصلا في شيء من كتب السنة. It has no base in authoritative books of Sunnah. So please let us take correction. It is not a hadith. Thank you very much.
One of our judges,
No, the speaker should respond to the question. I think there is a question.
okay, the speaker will respond to the question being asked.
Mindful of time. I know you can talk, so be mindful of time.
He says, is it allowed to study all types of education? Yes, it is. According to Dr. M.H.I. Farouk, he says there is large number of prophetic traditions that says someone can study every types of knowledge, so far it is important or it is benefit for you, you can study it. And also, saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Quran chapter 96 verse 1, Allah says, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaqa, meaning that you should read. So far what you are going to study, it will be benefit for your life, and other Muslims, you can study it. And second question, although it is an observation, someone says about female education, that maybe if someone, as the case may be, he has 5 female child, he can decide to send, due to poverty as he says, he can decide to send 2 of them or 1 of them to school, and the remaining one should be moving to Tallah. So this is not proper, because according to the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, says skill knowledge, it is compulsory upon each and every Muslim. I think that's all. And about the comments or the observation by Dr. Abdullah, Madam, thank you so much for your comments.
An observation.
Sorry, Dr. Bello. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would like to invite Honorable Anas Adusulawat to come with his observations. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for inviting me, but I'm inviting my Dr. Winslow from the half of the team of judges.